Meron tayong FB follower na nagtatanong kung paano daw ba makakatipid siya at the same time ay maalagaan niya ng maganda yung kanyang engine o yung kanyang makina. Alam nyo ba na meron na ngayong mga produkto, iba-iba naman yan, no? Na nakakatulong para mas maalagaan ng maganda ang makina ng inyong mga sasakyan. Isa po dyan yung tinatawag nila na nakita natin kasi yung Raimol Oil and Fuel Additives. Binisita natin sila dun sa kanilang planta. Salamat naman at winelcome nila tayo doon, dyan sa Parañaque City para makita natin paano ba yan ginagawa. Panoorin nyo sa ating Under the Hood. Year 1995, nagpasimula ang oils and lubricants manufacturer and distributor na Rain Chemical o Rainchem International Incorporated. Isa itong 100% Filipino-owned company na itinatag ng chemical engineer na si Mr. Robert de la Peña.
Engineering Robert de la Peña started this business. Very small. Started actually with paint, sa manufacturing mixing paint, and shifted to oils and lubricants. And then he saw opportunity for lubricants, maraming user. We're telling our customers, our concentration is on lubes. So every development that we do, 100% of our effort goes to it. Unlike dun sa iba, they concentrate on fuels, they have other businesses. Our business is concentrated on lubes. And our research and development team really looks for new products.
Noong taong 2010, inilunsad ng Rainchem ang tinatawag nitong first baby, ang Raimol.
By 2015, we started distributing around the Philippines, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. So we were serious at that time, 2015, and then it was a good start. We're not only local, we started also international. We started shipping also in Vietnam, and now we're looking for Papua New Guinea and Singapore as our new target for international.
Kabilang sa mga ipinagmamalaking produkto ng Raimol ang titanium fuel saver at Tribofilm oil additives.
The oil additive that we produce will save you one cycle ng change oil because this oil additive, for example, if you change oil your car or your SUVs or your trucks 4 months, by putting 5% of this to the total oils that you're going to consume, you will double your time interval. For example, from 4 months to 8 months. Malaki ang savings niya. For 510 pesos, you can save one cycle. One cycle is around 2,500 to 3,000. So may savings na 2,000. Not only that, not only the interval, but this also additive protects the engine, the wears. At the same time, yung mabilis yung takbo ng makina, less emission, so it's also environmental safe itong ating produkto. The same with our fuel additive. This will save you 15 to 25%. You just put 0.2% of your total fuel consumption. Direct lang. Just put it on the car. Once na nagpa-load kayo, nag-fill in kayo ng fuel, just put it there, you will experience the savings. At the same time, it was tested sa emission test. By putting 0.2% of this, you reduce the amount of smoke coming out of your vehicle 3 times mas mababa. So we have separate for gasoline, we have separate for diesel.
Sa ating pagbisita sa Rainchem main office, inilibot tayo ni Mr. Jess Paningasan sa kanilang planta. Dito ipinaliwanag niya kung papaano ang proseso ng paggawa ng oil and fuel additives.
The raw materials are being imported. It's being delivered here by a 20-footer container inside the flexi bag. And then it goes to those pumps. Those are pumps. But before going to the pump and going to the storage, we do first incoming test. We do the incoming test inside our laboratory. So once we receive the raw material, we do test for the color. This is the colorimeter. We test the color of the base oil. We test for the viscosity at 2 temperature. It's 40 degrees and 100 degrees. It should conform within the specification. So once it's tested incoming, then we can now put that on the storage tank. That's the only time we will store the materials. If it's rejected, return it to the customer. We're talking about 15 containers per month. If it's failed, it goes back to them because it has to pass the requirement. So as I mentioned, it goes to those pump to the storage tank which has a capacity of 115,000 liters. After we store it, may automatic kaming pump naman going to the mixing tank. Meron tayong 4 mixing tanks. Why we have different sizes? Because meron tayong mga langis na malakas ang consumption. After mixing, chemically mix, 100%, it goes to this holding tank. Before we deliver that, itetest pa muna namin sa outgoing. We go back to the laboratory. We'll test again for color kasi mix na yan hindi lang raw material. We also test for viscosity. We also test for what we call TBN. This is a requirement from ASC and API requirement, standard requirement. And then aside from that also, we do maintain samples. So every batch that we produce, we keep samples for 2 years. Just to make sure if they have problem, here. If they will have problem, we can go to the retained sample and test. Let me emphasize, in our plant, we never use oil. We only use virgin oil. So after we pass outgoing, it's now ready to be tolled and sent to customer. This is the machine that we use for tolling. This is just an example. Our tolling company has also have this kind of tolling machine. We use the tin can as our container for this because it's more safe. At the same time, it is better compared to plastic. Sometimes it reacts with plastic, especially for the fuel additive. It might react with plastic. That's why all our additives are contained in a tin can. And all of our tin cans are also imported from China. This is compatible to all kinds of lubes. So we can go ahead now and put dun sa makina. So now we will use our fuel saver. We'll put it direct. Friendly siya gamitin Just fill in kayo ng inyong fuel and then you can put it simultaneously. The ratio is 0.2% of your total consumption. This will save you around 15 to 25. Less smoke. So we have a different one for diesel and we have a separate one for gasoline.
High class, affordable, effective at eco-friendly. Yan ang Raimol Tribofilm Oil Additive at Titanium Fuel Saver.